Have you ever wondered why, despite working hard to exhaustion, despite promotions and receiving higher salaries every single year, the feeling of true financial freedom still always remains out of reach? There is a harsh truth that no university or financial institution wants you to know. You are playing a game that you have never been taught the rules. And even worse, the people who wrote those rules are the ones who benefit the most when you fail today. Welcome to today's special video. This is not a dry lecture on economics. This is a surgery on the invisible architecture that is dominating every breath in your life. In the next 30 minutes, we will together peel back the layers of illusion of the global financial system to understand why money makes us so anxious, and more importantly, how you can stop being a pawn on someone else's chessboard. Prepare a notebook, because what you are about to hear might permanently change the way you look at your wallet. Part 1. The illusion of value. What is money really? Let's start with a basic but philosophical question. What is money? If you ask an economist, they will say money is a medium of exchange, a unit of account, a tool for storing value. That is true, but it is only the tip of a giant iceberg. In reality, money is just a belief. Money is a promise to everyone. Look at the banknote in your wallet. Essentially, it is a piece of paper printed with sophistication and detail. It has no intrinsic value like gold, silver, or a loaf of bread. It has value because the government says it has value, and more importantly, because we all agree to believe in that. This is the fiat currency system. Since 1971, when U.S. President Richard Nixon cut the final link between the dollar and gold, the world entered a new era. Numbers not backed by anything other than trust. Imagine if tomorrow morning everyone decides money has no value, then the entire financial system collapses instantly. The government cannot stop that by force. This system works thanks to a silent agreement between billions of people. Centuries ago, those in power realized a secret: control belief, control the world. They built banking institutions and complex concepts to make money feel mysterious. When you don't understand the rules, you blame yourself when struggling financially. You think you aren't good enough, but that weakness was designed into the system. To understand how your assets are being eroded, we need to talk about fractional reserve banking. This is where financial magic begins, and also where injustice begins. When you deposit $1,000 into the bank, you think it sits safely, waiting. Not at all. Banks only keep a small portion and lend the rest. That $900 is not your old money. It is newly created money. When that money is spent, it flows into another bank, and the process repeats. From $1,000, the system can create tens of thousands in virtual money. Every dollar beyond physical cash is actually debt. Money and debt are two sides of the same coin. If there is no debt, there is no money. If everyone paid off debt, money would disappear. Every loan has interest. If $1 million is created with 5% interest, more money must exist to pay that interest. But that extra money was never created, so new loans must be issued. This creates a never-ending spiral. The system requires constant growth to survive. It forces inflation and increasing debt. Global debt reached over $300 trillion in 2024. These numbers are not just statistics. They show a system borrowing from the future. Part 3. Psychological traps and consumption. Why do we accept this game? Because the system uses psychological hooks. Money becomes a symbol of status, not survival. Advertising trains us to want things we never needed: luxury cars, apartments, new phones. You were not born wanting them, you were trained. The system lets you own them before you can afford them. That is consumer debt. It is time travel for consumption. You enjoy today by sacrificing tomorrow. An average person spends over 40% of income paying interest. Debt makes you predictable and controllable. You cannot quit your job. You cannot take risks. You are trapped in comfort. Financial products are designed to extract fees. Credit card interest can reach 30%. Minimum payments keep you in debt forever. When you fail, you blame yourself instead of the system. Part 4. A Tale of Two Worlds. Nam and Lan both earn the same income. Nam buys a car on installment to show status. He feels rich but is actually in debt. The car loses value while debt grows. Lan lives simply and invests instead. She borrows money to buy an asset. After 5 years, her wealth grows significantly. This is the difference between using debt wrongly and correctly. The wealthy use debt to acquire assets. They also benefit from tax advantages. Now comes compound interest. Einstein called it the eighth wonder of the world. Investing $10,000 at 10% for 40 years leads to massive growth, but most people never get the chance to start early. They are too busy paying debt. The rich start early, the poor start late. This gap is everything. Part 5. Escaping the system. Is there a way out? Yes. Knowing the rules gives you power. First, stop blaming yourself. You are in a system designed this way. Second, reject fake status signals. Ask yourself if you truly need something. Real wealth is invisible. Third, convert debt wisely. Avoid high-interest debt. Use debt only when it creates value. Fourth, build multiple income streams. Do not rely on a single salary. Convert money into real assets. Assets hold value even when currency weakens. You cannot escape the system completely, but you can choose how you play. You may not become rich overnight, but you can gain control. True freedom is understanding money, not chasing it. Conclusion: we explored money, debt, and psychological traps. This may feel uncomfortable, but discomfort creates change. Knowledge becomes power only through action. Review your finances today. Cut unnecessary expenses. Start learning about investing. If you found this valuable, subscribe for more. Each week, we break down systems shaping your life. Do not remain ignorant. In this game, rule makers win, but rule understanders become free. Thank you for watching. See you soon.